Good evening, everyone. I'm Rohit Dayal, and I'm running for your next GBA class president. I first wanted to thank the candidates here for running, as well as our previous GBA board for doing a great job leading the class this past year. Since starting at Tepper, my friends and I would ask, who is the most interesting person that you've met today? Every day we had somebody new, and it's given me a true appreciation for all of you here. In this room, we have parents, we have partners, we have veterans, we have people from all over the world, and yes, we even have Minnesotans. But most eye-opening about all of that is that I've learned that success is different for each and every one of us. The role of president is about listening to and conveying student needs to Tepper leadership. As president, I plan to turn all of these desires into actionable change that we can be proud of. Because one day we're going to become alumni, and whether we're the CEO of Google or the next Poughkeepsie plant manager, we should all be proud of what we've done here and be able to want to give back to our other students. We also have a unique opportunity at this very moment. With Dean Damon stepping down, we're going to be having a new dean, and he's going to be tasked with enacting Tepper's new 2023 strategic initiatives. As students, we can work with these new leaders to identify the student perspective and together shape what the new Tepper can be. Our recent STEM designation is a perfect example of that. It was an issue that was identified by students and delivered by the current GBA board. I want our class to build on that example and make a lasting impact here. The role of president is also about being an ambassador to the wider CMU community, whether it's other deans or prospective students. It would be a privilege for me to serve you in this capacity. I'm driven to lead, and I just want to tell you a quick story about that. A few years ago, I was in DC working for a small consulting company. We were about 10 people at the time, and I was tasked with being a manager at the age of 25. And guys, I was failing. I was intimidated by the amount of work that I had, and it got to the point that even scheduling simple meetings and follow-up emails became impossible for me. And then my boss asked to meet me for coffee, and he said, Rohit, your heart's just not in this anymore, and I don't think there's a place for you at this company. Up to this point in my life, I'd never experienced a failure of this magnitude. Not only was I about to lose my job, but the person that I thought was my mentor didn't believe in me anymore. I had to look inside myself and see how I would move forward. I realized that I was too scared to fail because of what others would think of me. And the other problem was that, was I gonna let someone else tell me that I couldn't be who I wanted to be and do what I wanted to do? And I realized only I can tell myself that I'm not good enough. It took me a while, and it took a lot of uncomfortable conversations, and it took a lot to move on from that, but slowly I built that trust, and I was able to fight my way back to the company. That experience defines a large part of who I am today because it taught me three things. One is that failing is okay, and it's often the first step. I've become a grad student committee leader the last year, and I've learned that there's so many things that we can take advantage of here on campus. And sometimes there's gonna be people or obstacles in our way that say that we can't take advantage of that. But just know that I won't give up. The second is about finding a passion. I found mine 109 days ago when I met all of you at base camp. I've loved meeting each and every one of you and learning about your stories, and I hope that you can open up to me with your stories and desires, as I will be honored to serve you. And the last is to find that internal fire. After that day with my boss, a fire was lit under my ass, trust me. And since then, I've learned that being a leader is not just about myself, but it's being about accountable to every single one of you. And as president, if elected, I promise to be accountable for each and every single one of you. I'll be gritty, tactful, and work with you to affect actionable change. And I hope to have your vote. Thank you.